Good morning, Portland. Once again, Kevin Duclairon has been brought back here again to a worthless police department with a bunch of worthless workers behind the desk who belittle people and who cut them down. Why is it that I have to come here and file police reports when there is no police officers on duty to take the reports? It is December 24th, Christmas Eve. And where is Kevin Duclairon? Again at the Portland Police Department. Why? Why am I here every single day reporting the same Haitians, the same European congregation, church leader John MacArthur, and his daughter Melinda, the same Guy Franklin, and the same Gabriel Franklin? Why? Why is it that a 50-year-old man has to come here and file a police report and talk to these knuckleheads that are behind the desk? You got a petite little white woman who belittles me every time I come here. Why? She's an employee, but she doesn't want to answer any questions. What's the question? Why are you people supporting and letting these old people get away with crimes? Why? Why have you as a government allow this? Why do I need my genitals played with in the night? Come midnight till 5 in the morning, they will not leave my cock alone. My feet are in pain. Why do I have to come here and weep like a child? This doesn't make any sense. You get paid every 2 weeks. Whether it rains, or whether it snows, or whether it's nice weather. You get your money. Why are you persecuting the church? This is church persecution. Why are you segregating us out of church congregations to molest us and abuse us? You hide in the shadows all day and all night. You come out on an intercom. We can't give it back to you. We don't know who you are. We don't know what you look like. And you think that's fair to us? You're a bunch of servants of the devil. How much have I said this week? And you have not moved an inch closer to God. How much have I preached this week? And you have not moved an inch away from your sin. You're expecting me to join you in your bed, Gabriel? You're expecting me to crawl back to you in New York State? An African woman whom I do not know? An African woman who is not a member of my father's household or my mother's household, who has the nerve and the audacity to put her filthy nigger hands on me. Oh yes, I just used the N-word. You need a taste of that this morning. You mean to tell me there's nobody else you can associate with in New York? There's nobody else you can go suck on in New York State or Port-au-Prince? You gotta come all the way to the West Coast to put your nasty hands on me in front of these European people. I don't understand this. And you white Americans are sitting there cheering her on? From establishment to establishment, you're cheering her on as they keep me segregated, away from the other churches. Keep them away out of the apartment complex. Right. This is right in the sight of the American government. This is right in the sight of the American people. You murder the Native Americans and you segregate them to the mountains. You drag the African American here and you segregate them into their communities. And when you run into them, they're the homeless. They're the poor. Or better yet, they're representing Gabriel Franklin's household. All you gotta do is wear orange, and automatically you're accepted as a representative. You people have no fear of God. I can endure the pain in my foot, but your brethren are burning in hell this morning. Your Klan brethren are burning in hell, American government. Your presidents are burning in hell this morning. Your military is burning in hell this morning. But you don't give a shit, do you? You don't care. Nothing penetrates through your hard skull. It doesn't matter what God's word says, right? There's no fear of God in your eyes. No fear of God. Because you somehow in your buildings can't be touched, right? You hide behind your gun, you hide behind your uniform. But let me tell you, when they put your body in that grave, where are you going to hide your soul and your spirit? Oh, I'm sure you'll see one another again in hell. I'm sure you'll see one another again in hell. Because you got to pay for the evil that you do. 12 in the evening, this woman tells me, it was Jesus who told her to pierce my feet. It was Jesus who told her to pierce my big toe, pierce my heel, and pierce my thigh. It was the Son of God, half man, half woman. You're dealing with the male side, I'm dealing with the female side, and he told me to pierce you. Now, what is it that I did to the Son of God that he would order this woman to pierce me? If I'm preaching Christ, why would he tell her to pierce me? The Son of God says she lied. She's a liar. She's from the devil. She's demon possessed. Why do you as a government stand with the demon possessed? Why do you as a government stand with the wicked old African women? Why do you protect wicked old African women who sexually assault young ministers? Why do you as a government stand with the wicked? Aren't you the people who gave us the 27 amendments? Aren't you the people who gave us the law? And yet, here is a case that's been dwindling in front of you for 30, 40 years, and you're still sitting on your hands. We're not taking a report, so then don't. Don't do the job that you've been hired to do. Sit on your ass all day, drink coffee, and eat donuts. Right? While America and the rest of the American people lose their mind. Buy a dildo. Get the cum from a cup. Buy a dildo. Get the cum from a cup. Let me say it one more time. Buy a dildo. Get the cum from a cup. We don't want it, African women. We don't want it in the night. We don't want the children to come out of you. Was that the right thing to do to those two African women whom I do not know? Was that the right response? Because they're the ones who bring me here to complain. What's wrong with a man who is light in complexion and mixed, not wanting to take on a dark African woman? I'm not Guy Franklin. Am I Guy Franklin? Is my name Franklin? Is it my problem that he married a black woman? Is it my problem that they have black children? But yet that's what brings me here. The pain of marrying a black-skinned woman. And wanting me to do what? To do the same. Is it me who brought the blacks here to be slaves? No, that's the pain that you whites endure. You can't stand the idea of being with these people, so you segregate them. Right? You segregate them. Back to our sign. You segregate them because they're too dark. You segregate them because they're too poor. You segregate them because they don't represent the United States. They're foreigners. And you segregate them because they worship Jesus rather than your devil. And for what reason do you segregate? To abuse, to rape, to torture, to reduce, to enslave, to mock, to rob, to destroy their properties, and so on and so forth. You think I like coming here and preaching the same message over and over and over again? You think I like coming here and repeating the same verses that I've repeated all year long? Why don't you do your job as an American government and police department? Then I don't have reason to return here. If you had done your job instead of feeling sorry for a bunch of sex offenders, homosexuals, hermaphrodites, if you had just stuck to the law, these people would have left. You should have made them leave the state. Go back to their own home states. You shouldn't have embraced them. And instead, what did you do? You put them on an intercom. Why, American government, do you put sex offenders on an intercom? Why do you let murderers go free? You let murderers go free? You put them in a building while 9 dead Negroes are underground? And you call yourself the Justice Center. You call yourself the people of law and order. Or is it that you're confused about the position? You're not going to find too many Haitians in this part of the country professing faith in Jesus.